Welcome to the show. Sophisticated Ignorance. Chris and Corey. Let's go. Sit back, vibe, have a drink. We're about to get into it. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of laughs and a whole lot of ignorance, man. This one for the culture. So tap in, vibe out, grab a seat, you know what I'm saying? Make sure your house nice and clean, burn a candle. We're about to get into it. Yeah. Sophisticated Ignorance. Hey.
Welcome back. What we on, episode 19?
19, boy. 19, get that shit around the applause. Clap, clap. Shoot, bang, bang, bang. Straight another banger for them boys.
Yes, sir.
In the classroom, man.
As always.
Once again.
Y'all know I am one half of your ignorant host. My name is Chris.
And I'm Corey Mack. You know what I'm saying?
Sophisticated ignorance. Yes, sir.
Hey. JJ's still out, man. Yeah. JJ's still out. He's handling some business back home, but hopefully he's back soon, you know what I'm saying? Keep him in your prayers, yes, you know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much it. I
mean, before we go ahead and jump into the current event this week, man, I want to apologize for our YouTube viewership, man. We messed up with the camera was giving us issues last week, so hopefully this week we have a fresh new video for you. We got
for real.
Situated and everything. But other than that, man, how was your weekend? Well, how was your week, I should say?
My weekend was straight. Shit, went shooting this weekend. So I mean, it wasn't bad. Did some shooting. Did a little bit of community service. So I mean,
so look at you trying to be a good citizen.
You know what I'm saying?
I seen you playing Dance Revolution with your hands too.
Oh no, that's the speed of light at Dave and Buster's, boy. I'm quick with these things here, boy.
Like an offensive lineman out there.
I'm quick out there, boy. Yes, sir.
Did you break the score? Break the high score?
Nah, my homeboy had like 240, so he was bragging about 240.
You had like 4 something though.
Yeah, I had to smash that shit. I said, oh yeah, I like this game. You know, I was under the influence. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to recover from drinking, but
he's still
the devil keep finding me, boy. Hey,
I ain't mad at you.
Keep finding me, man. What you had going on?
Man, my wife had a state exam to take Saturday, so it was just daddy duty for
the
me.
Insurance thing.
Yeah, right? For her insurance license. So she passed it. So shout out to you, babe. Good looks on that. Now you make more money than me, so
okay,
it's what it is.
Okay, no breadwinner.
But yeah. So daddy duty all Saturday, man. As y'all can hear, I'm still trying to get over this cold. But Sunday, we went out, just, did a little new baby shopping, got some baby bottles and diapers, doing dad stuff.
Oh, yeah. I know that's coming.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. My boy finna have 2 of them things out here.
Oh, man, I'm trying to catch up to you.
We did it, Joe. Joe, slide with another Stevie for my boy, man. Stop playing.
Hey, while you playing that extra child tax credit's supposed to kick in July too.
Yeah, I seen that. They just giving out free money.
Hey, man. I mean, some people say it's, conspiracy theory behind it, but I'm a conspiracy theorist, but free money is free money. I ain't gonna even trip about that.
They all spend the same.
If you for real. Mm-hmm. But anyway, man, let's go ahead and jump into these current events, man. If y'all didn't know, the Oscars took place over the weekend. We had a couple of a cool winners. I'll say that. Just so y'all know, we only gonna talk about the black winners. As y'all know, we black. Not to say that we don't appreciate white actors.
No,
but
Corey ain't watch it because he don't watch TV.
The first person I wanted to shout out, I don't know if you watched this movie, but Daniel Kaluuya. I always mess his last name up, but everybody know the dude from Get Out. He played in Judas and the Black Messiah, and he won Oscar for actor in the supporting role because the movie was kind of about the Black Panthers and how Fred Hampton was murdered, but it was really about the person who was an informant for the FBI. But he played a hell of a role in that movie. Did you watch it at all?
I don't.
Well, you missed one. That was a good movie.
I don't really watch TV like that.
That was a good movie, man. It was a really good movie.
I gotta see it. I gotta tighten up.
I know Jamie Foxx won for Soul, which was a great animated film. If nobody saw that, you need to go watch it. I think it's on Disney Plus, if I'm not mistaken. But I think
it is.
I'm pretty sure everybody got the black box, so they can go ahead and just watch it however they watch it.
Yeah.
What you got? You got some kind of weird black box system too, don't you?
I got Simple Play TV.
You got every channel I've never seen. You got too much TV to watch.
Let me know if y'all want me to put y'all on. I'll send you to my boy Vinny. He does it. It's his actual company. He actually started his own TV service providing company. So it's legit.
That's what's up. The most intriguing one to me winner was Joey Badass won If y'all don't know who that is, he's a rapper from New York, but he's getting into acting. And it was a movie, I believe it's on Netflix, called Two Distant Strangers. Kind of about a cop and the kid and their run-ins. It was a short film, but they won for best short film live action. And I want to watch it, but it looks pretty good from clips that I saw and stuff like that. But for the most part, man, the one thing that I will say that's surprising to me is that I was looking at some articles in relation to like Oscar nominations and winners earlier today. And Halle Berry's the only black female to win an Oscar for best female actress.
I didn't know that.
I'm talking about you got Angela Bassett, Viola Davis. Those are the first two that come to my head.
I ain't gonna say Angela Bassett, but Viola Davis,
bro, she
got a point.
Angela Bassett for her role in Tina Turner alone, she should have won something. But
that's the only one though.
Yeah.
Besides Thin Love,
I mean, she should win just for looking that good, being she's like 70.
Viola
right?
Davis really got hits out here though.
Yeah, just for I know it's not
groundbreaking roles too.
But damn,
How to Get Away with Murder.
Yes, boy, she is
she got
a goat. I ain't gonna cap.
Even what is that? What's the one she did? The Help.
Ma Rainey. Oh, The Help and Ma Rainey. Yeah. So she got.
She did a few of them.
I feel like she kind of typecast though, because she always kind of played the same like.
That's because
except for
don't get me wrong, now just like Oprah boy, Viola Davis look hurt sometimes.
Yeah.
Boy, she
know
like
how to play that role. That's all I was gonna say. I didn't want to say that, but she kind of get typecast into that role when she do the little bubble snot.
But when
cry.
she dress up and she dress up and stuff, she bad.
Yeah.
She bad.
She's a great actor though, man.
Yeah, definitely.
That was definitely. It was cool to see. Some people saying Chadwick Boseman got snubbed because he didn't win, but God rest him. He did pass, but
we know what it is.
Other than that, man, you want to jump to this next current event? It's
next current event. Yes, sir. We got a little bit of I guess some people call it justice, but I don't really think it's justice for him. But it's a step in the right direction. Derrick Chauvin was sentenced. He wasn't sentenced yet. He was all three counts. He was convicted, guilty plea, and his sentencing date was for June 16th of this year. So hopefully, they give him life in prison.
That's the scariest part for me, though, bro. Like watching that, I didn't watch the trial.
Did you see his face though? I watched.
He was like, bro, this ain't what we talked about.
Right? He
looking like y'all
guilty.
He thought he was gonna get George Zimmerman type treatment.
He probably didn't think he was gonna get guilty on all three charges.
Yeah, he probably thought he was gonna get one.
Yeah,
but I mean, like, just to play devil's advocate, did we really need a trial for something that was on camera?
That was on camera.
Like if that was one of us, bro, there's no need for that. It's quick and speedy. Like the judge.
I think it don't even matter. Like I'm not trying to get off topic of trying to exclude his race, but I think when it comes down to you getting caught on video camera doing something, there's no need for a trial. There's no need for none of that extra shit. Like you caught red-handed, video recorded. Boom, it is what it is. Okay, he did this. Let's go to the book of statutes. Okay, what does this fall under? You know what I'm saying? Okay,
how much time can I give him for this?
And boom, obviously go about the business, right? He's obviously guilty. Ain't no need to.
I get that.
Try to prove. That's my thing too. How are you gonna try to prove
you didn't kill somebody when you
when it's on camera? So how are you going to try to prove innocent when I can
you imagine
visibly
being
see
a defense attorney in that situation? Like you got no leg to stand on,
right? But you're getting paid anyway just to come in here and lose.
Hey, people get paid to lose in boxing all the time.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at them.
Yeah,
but it's just I feel like you said, it's a step in the right direction. It's not a big splash. I say it's like a little drop in the water, but drop in the bucket, so to speak. But it's not. It's been way overdue for quote unquote justice for black people getting murdered for no reason.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I just fear that they're not gonna give him like the max. I think they're gonna give him like 12 years and some probation, and he gonna get out. Like the girl,
he's in seg right now. He's in segregation right now. So
man, that's how I saw he was on suicide watch.
Yeah, he will have.
Check me out though. You remember the guy who was in his own? I can't remember his name. Botham Jean, the guy. I think he was in Texas. Who
in his own apartment?
Yeah, the lady shot him in his apartment. Yeah. She's trying to appeal to get out of jail.
She said it was a long night at work. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no way somebody coming in my house and shoot me. And then
first of all, did you put your key in the lock?
She said the door was open. You just
come on, bro.
Like,
you that tired that you just thought that you left your door open all day. Ain't no way.
I don't believe that. Personally,
I might not remember a lot of shit,
but I'm not gonna forget.
I'm not gonna forget that I ain't locked my goddamn door when I left.
That's like everybody do the pocket check. Got my keys, got my wallet, got my phone. The last thing you forget is to lock your door, like when you leave your house,
right?
Especially if you're a cop, because you know people like You would think,
you know, people know you a cop. So I mean,
so I feel like I hope that, knock on wood, you know, wherever we got wood at, but I just hope that they give him a sentence that is satisfactory to the public. Mm-hmm. And even, you know, the thing that sucks though is as soon as this verdict came out, unfortunately there was another shooting. You know.
Oh yeah, there was. Dang.
I don't really want to get into it because it's kind of touchy, but I believe the young lady's name was Michaela Bryant, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
And if I'm not mistaken, that was her name. I could be wrong. I could be.
Makia
Bryant.
Yeah.
And if everybody doesn't know what we're talking about, it was a shooting in Columbus, Ohio. According to, you know, the news reports and the articles that are out, these teens was arguing about allegedly cleaning up in the house, something stupid that probably could have been solved by some active parenting, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And the cop showed up. She was about to stab a girl, and blah blah blah. Not blah blah blah. Bow bow bow. I should say.
She got shot.
The cop, you know, and there's people on both sides of the fence saying, you know, well, and I can understand both sides. I just feel like personally,
I agree with it. I don't care how nobody feel about it. I agree with it because at the end of the day, if that's my daughter about to get stabbed,
that's the part that's hard to tell somebody.
Shoot him.
You can't defend my daughter, but I feel like he didn't have to shoot her 4 times. He could have shot her in the leg because the girl she was trying to stab was so close. He could have shot her too.
But you're not trained.
I know. We know that. I was just getting ready to say that before. We both criminal justice majors. We understand. We get trained, send our mass.
If she was getting jumped, she was the one who called the cops, and the cops pulled up. Why, in your right mind? You obviously wasn't in your right mind. And this is no downplay to the little girl. This shit is sad all the way around. But why would you try to stab someone in front of the police? Why?
I think I'm not upset.
Her dad out here kicking little girls in the head while they on the ground. Like, come on, bro.
I just feel that's
a big loss.
Yeah.
But for him kicking that little girl in the head, come on, bro.
Because
like black people, we gotta govern ourselves better, bro.
If I was in that situation, and it's always hindsight's 20/20. It's easy to say what you would have done, but I would have tried to disarm my own kid before, because like you said, if you stab somebody, regardless if you stab them in front of a cop or not, and they go to the hospital, you going to jail.
Right, you couldn't have possibly thought that you was just, even if the cop wasn't there, you couldn't have possibly thought that you was going to stab that little girl and then go back in the house and go to sleep.
And just for clarification purposes, we are not saying it's okay to shoot black people at all. As it's not. It's not okay to shoot anybody as a police officer or murder anybody. But
at the end of the day, if that was my daughter about to get stabbed,
that's the thing that
shoot that motherfucker. That's just how I feel.
If I'm on the street and somebody run up on my kid, I don't care who it is, they getting shot.
They getting shot.
Point blank period.
They getting shot regardless.
But at the same time, if it's a catchy situation, I feel like if he would have let the girl get stabbed, he would have been wrong.
He damned if he damned if he did.
Like I feel like he kind of got out of the car ready to shoot already. But
I feel like the parents should wear that burden too, because you out here, you got enough time to kick this little girl in the head. Obviously, you know your daughter got a knife. Why not goddamn take the knife from your daughter? Why not try to talk sense in your daughter? Why would you let your daughter try to stab somebody in front of the police? We already know, quote unquote, white officers out here killing black goddamn people. Yeah. We know that. So why in my right mind would I try to stab somebody in front of the police? It's different if I'm beating on you with these hands.
Yep.
But you trying to stab somebody with a deadly weapon in front of the police officer? Come on, man. That's just crazy.
I feel like personally, I feel like I said, to me, it's always crazy. Parents, man. Like,
it is, man.
I've been in a situation where,
but that lets you know what type of parent she got. Either for the dad to be on camera kicking another little girl in the ground on the head, if he supposed to be the foster parent, of that little girl that he kicking. I don't know what's going on. I'm seeing reports that they were foster parents and all this. They were foster kids and all this. Either way it go, ain't no grown ass man be kicking a little girl in the head on the ground.
Yeah, He
shouldn't be condoning that fight.
It's a lot.
The mom was out there too, out there condoning. Like, come on, man, we got to do better, bro. Like that shit.
That's the part that people
dumb to
don't
me,
really
bro.
want to have
We
a
got to
conversation
do
about.
better, bro.
Because before she grabbed the knife, what did the parents do to stop her from grabbing the knife?
Right? Are y'all
she should have never had a knife.
That shit?
And if she had a knife, and obviously this is all speculation because again, this already happened, so it's nothing we can really do. But if they started arguing, what did you do to de-escalate it? Like there's so many, and I work in child welfare, so if these are foster care youth, I understand how they think. I understand why they blew up. No matter if they was arguing about a piece of candy, these kids don't have much. They get taken from what they know and put someplace they're not comfortable. So they already gonna be like they survival instincts. It's not about I'm living a nice life. I'm just trying to survive and get out of this situation. So when they back up against the wall, they're gonna react. But as a foster parent, if you are, even if they was her real parents, I'm not sure. That's not to be said or not to be said. They could be her aunt, whatever the case may be. Y'all should have de-escalated that before. And that's not to justify her being killed because we already said nobody thinks that somebody dying is the right way to go
at all. But
I feel like there's more accountability than just the police fault because we automatically want to jump and see, oh, it's a hate crime. Because if anybody tells you if that was my kid, I wouldn't want him to shoot. I wouldn't want him to do what he did. You lying because if your kid gets stabbed and die, you're gonna be mad the police didn't protect your kid.
Because you're gonna be like, why the fuck you even out here? Why you even pulled up?
It's a catch-22. It's a catch-22, man. It's like it's a sad and horrible tragedy. It is.
It's going to our topic that we got for the day. Actually, you know what I'm saying. But for me, for this situation right here, parents got to do better, bro. Yeah. Like you got to raise your children better. You got to be a better parental figure, man.
Since I was in high school,
shit shouldn't even been, man. There's some shit that really could have been de-escalated.
Back to the story I was about to tell. I've been in a situation, and I don't condone domestic abuse at all or whatever, but everybody's had an argument with their significant other. Everybody's had a issue with their significant other. Everybody's had a argument, whatever the case may be, to where somebody may grab something, try to hit you. I've had to disarm a female before, so I know that it's doable. Mm-hmm. So it's not like it's something to where it's like, oh, we can't touch her, she gonna stab us too. If you don't want her to get stabbed, you're gonna do something to take the knife from her because you got to protect everybody in the situation as a parent. Excuse me 1 second. Go ahead, keep talking. I gotta fix this camera. I ain't gonna let this happen again.
What happened? Oh, it stopped charging. Oh yeah, but my boy got up to work with the camera real quick. But yeah, man, I just feel like the parents could have de-escalated this real easy. If the cops were called, you knew your daughter called the cops. De-escalate it before the cops get there. You know what I'm saying? Most kids run before the cops even get there. You know what I'm saying? So, man, as a culture, not even as black parents in this black culture, we got to do better with, you know what I'm saying, policing our kids and teaching our kids. Man, don't entertain that dumb shit and that fuck shit your daughter come home talking about, oh, they about to fight. Man, entertain that shit on the adult level, meaning handle that motherfucker as an adult. Like, look, okay, if they come over here, no, they need to bring their parents. If they come over here, we calling the cops, this, that, and the third. Man, do that shit the right way because this obviously was not done the right way.
So it's unfortunate life lost, but hopefully it's a learning experience, man. There's nothing that any parent wants to see their kid.
It's damn sure sad as hell. 15-year-old girl just got killed.
Lost a life
for quote unquote protecting herself, maybe. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Exactly, she was protecting herself. Obviously, she was protecting herself. They could have been beating the shit out of her and she grabbed a knife to protect herself. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of emotion going on. Adrenaline be pumping in the heat of the moment. You know what I'm saying? Everybody done been there, man. But this could have definitely went right instead of left. What's the old saying?
We take one step forward and 10 steps back. Like we got a quote unquote W with him, this Derrick Chauvin guy getting convicted and charged with crimes he should have been charged with. But then you turn around and you can't even be celebratory because you got something else going on. It's just unfortunate, man. So brothers and sisters out there, protect yourself. You know, hopefully we all in the right state of mind when we interacting with these type of people or police or, you know, whoever to make sure we on the up and up. And also don't have to be in these situations.
Also have the ability or, you know what I'm saying, the mindset to know that you ain't got to fight every battle. Mm-hmm. You don't got to fight every battle. You ain't got shit to prove to nobody.
Bro, what Craig Daddy said, you live to fight another day. You could lose, but you live to fight another day.
Man, you ain't got nothing to prove to nobody, man.
But go ahead and jump into the topic for today, man.
Topic.
Yeah. So I meant to bring this up when we was talking about how, well, you know, our weeks and all that stuff like that. Unfortunately, Tuesday, me and my mom had to have my dog put down because she was up in age. She had some cancerous tumors and stuff, and the doctors or the vets anyway had told us, even if we cut the bigger tumors out, the small ones will still be there and they'll keep growing back unless she get chemotherapy. She was losing a lot of weight. We had her 10, 11 years. So it was kind of sad. My mom was kind of going through it because she'd been taking care of her since 2011. Yeah. That's her baby. So it was hard to see, but at the same time, we was having a conversation, and this is where this topic popped into my head. And I decided to call it, or I decided the name of parenting perspective, or parenting perception, so to say. Like my mom was talking to me about a summer camp I used to go to. I don't even know how we ended up on the topic, but she was saying that some kids was messing with me, and she remember getting into arguments with so-and-so and these people at the camps and stuff. And she was like, I don't even know how you had a good time there. And I'm like, I had fun. I went every day, we was outside all day, but I used to play, blah, 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 doing this. And it got me to thinking, like, how do we see our kids learn stuff versus how they actually learn? Because, like, as a parent now, it kind of just, like, warped my mind.
Parents, I think, go ahead.
Because, like, you'll see your kid and you think they doing something one way, but when they're old enough to articulate, they could tell you something completely different. And you like, damn, I thought you were struggling with this, but you telling me something different. So how did I miss that?
Because parents overthink shit.
Yeah, we do.
Kids are simple. That's what we forget to see because we're grown now. So we see things
forget
in a
that we was kids.
Light, right?
Exactly.
So now we see, instead of seeing like kids, they just see the spear. All they see is the ball. Yep. We know what it takes to make that ball, to maintain the ball. You know what I'm saying? To keep the ball rolling and to keep it afloat. So that's how we are looking at it in a more in-depth aspect, where the kids are looking at it as it's just a ball. Like,
and this brought me to think, like, when you was growing up, even if you didn't have the best of the situation, you just knew, my mom here, I got friends, I'm playing. Nigga, your lights could have been off for a week straight, and your mom or your pops would never let you know it because they found a way to pay it. Mm-hmm. But you was straight. But as an adult, if you was in that situation, you would be thinking you're the worst parent in the world.
Right.
So, like, how do we...
Putting that pressure on yourself.
Yeah, like, our versions of stuff are completely different from our kids' versions. Mm-hmm. And it just made me think about, like, when do you tell your kids, or how do you tell your kids the truth about stuff? Because I brought this up because my daughter always asked my mom, our dog's name was Lady. She's like, where's Lady, or how's Lady, blah, 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 when they're on the phone. And, it was like the same day that we just had left the vet. And I didn't even think in my head, shit, like, how am I explaining this to a 3-year-old that the dog is no longer here? Because when she go to the house, she going to ask for her. She going to try to figure out where she is. And, like, when do you tell your kid to, like, about death, religion, sex,
my daughter's
all
smart,
that stuff?
Because I had told her when my dad died, I let her know my dad died, and then she was talking to her brother. She was like, "Yeah, Taj, Grandpa's dead now."
But does she understand what that means?
I don't think she understand what it, but she know he not here.
Yeah,
like she know. I don't think she understands death, but she knows like
that's like
he not here.
I think the first time I knew somebody in my family was dead, I was probably in like 3rd grade, and it's my grandfather. He had a heart attack. He passed away, and it didn't. I was just like, oh, okay, and I didn't understand what was going on. I just knew Pop wasn't there no more, but that was it. And like the second person to me to pass was his wife, which is my grandmother. She was 90. So that was like the only time in my life that somebody super close to me had passed. But I
only got two real deaths that bothered me.
My daughter 3. She was like 6 months and my grandmother passed. So like as an adult, I got to process it. I understand, the finality of stuff. You're not gonna see this person no more, but you just think about all the fun times. But as a kid, do you even remember like how it felt? Like,
because my first one really bought my Uncle Theo when he passed, because I got him on my stash for what do they call them, stash? Kentes.
When we graduated, I don't remember what it's called. I don't even know where my stuff at, bro.
I got him actually stitched on my sash. That was one of the reasons I went so hard in college too, because my Uncle Theo used to always come to Robles Elementary. He was big in Tampa, like in the education world. He was big. You know what I'm saying? He was over there at Blake High School, but he was big, and he used to always come. You know what I'm saying? And just support us in education and just being better, just striving for better. So when he passed, I was young, but that was the one that I really remembered. And then my dad, obviously, my dad passed when I was 31, but. That one, I don't know, man. I always been observant. So I pay attention to shit, and you know what I'm saying. I was thinking in depth before I needed to be. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's because what we grew up at. Like I seen stuff I wasn't supposed to see. Like I started to understand
not
life.
numb to it, but you grew up so fast that you just got it.
I started to understand life before I was supposed to understand it. You know what I'm saying? So now
so you was probably grown at like 12.
A lot of these situations and things that I go through with my wife, with other people and stuff, I shun some of the shit off, or it don't bother me because I seen it growing up. So it's just like I'm numb to it. Like I don't care.
Speaking about wives, like I'm just saying, you know, we've had this conversation. People who've been following our episodes and stuff multiple times. Like both of our wives were raised in 2-parent households. Yeah. So like they was kind of sheltered from certain stuff as opposed to our side. And it's not to say that happens everywhere or every time, but this is just our unique situations. Like I knew what shit was when I was 5th, 6th grade. Like I just knew how it was. Like my mom's, you know, was going through her stuff. I stay here one night, stay there, whatever the case may be. I just know I had to go to school and come home. So that's what I did. So like when stuff go down now, you know, or something happening and my wife all distraught about it, I'm just like, and she think I don't care. And it's like, no, it's not that I don't care. It's just I'm kind of almost numb to it because I done seen so many crazy things happen. It don't bother me the same way.
I used to get like offended a lot when my wife used to be like, oh, well, it's your mom's fault that you were so bad and all this. It wasn't my mom's fault. Like my mom taught me right from wrong, but my mom had to work from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Get home, take a shower.
Do so much,
Maybe she might cook, she might not. She tired. You know what I'm saying? And she go. I know my mom in the bed 8 o'clock, 8:30.
She got to get right back up.
I'm gonna sneak out the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. That's not to say she ain't teach me. Yeah. She taught me, but
any kid gonna do that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna take advantage. Kids take advantage.
Gonna do that.
You get one of opportunity. So
how many kids that grow up in the suburbs that want to be from the hood so bad?
Right.
Go
just
out
because you got
stuff.
2 parents, you got the adequate amount of, you know what I'm saying, supervision. Don't make you know what I'm saying, any better than me. I didn't have that supervision that you had. I didn't have 2 ATM machines. I had 1. You know what I'm saying? My mama wasn't on Section 8 or none of this. So when we went back to school in January, I ain't have the new Jordans or none of that. I had them same 2 for $89
I was
Air
just
Force
Ones
I had to rock with all year long.
2 for $80 or 2 for $80 Reeboks.
Yeah.
The black and white pair. That's what I used to have. And then when I started doing my little cutting grass or selling whatever I had, candies, whatever, I went to the flea market, got me the $50 Air Forces that you can only wear about 3 times for the bitches folded up. But yeah, man, it's just different. But
it's different, bro.
So I was
and that comes in that background diversity from, you know what I'm saying, in the aspect of households, you coming from one household, your wife coming from another one, that plays on your parent perception. Because my wife is to me, this is my wife probably biggest flaw to me. She sees her in the kids. So when she's sitting down teaching Rocky or trying to get Rocky to read and Rocky's not picking up on it like that,
she gets frustrated.
She get frustrated because she be like, oh, when I was in the 2nd grade, I knew how to do this, that, and the 3rd. But we talking about you.
Yeah.
She's not you. Yeah. She's a whole different person, a whole different individual that's going to grow into a different character.
She gonna have her own mind.
She gonna have her own way of doing shit, and maybe she don't learn like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she learns like this, or maybe she know how to read it, but with you getting frustrated, now she's shutting down, and now she want to go play or don't want to do this no more. You know what I'm saying?
It's all about the approach.
And then because my wife, you know what I'm saying, used to work in daycare, so she'd be like, oh well, other 2-year-olds or 3-year-olds or kids her age are doing this, that, and the 3rd. All kids are different. She is not them. Every kid that is 2 years old, 3 years old is not on the same level. Bruh, I'm in the fucking 12th grade in high school, and this other goddamn seniors in high school that's reading at the 5th grade level, bro. Everybody is not on the same playing field. You know what I'm saying? Even though we all went through the same education, everybody ain't on the same playing field. So you have to look at each and every person as an individual, bro. Exactly. You just got to. Everybody learn different.
Everybody different. So like I was at work Tuesday. I had to go into the office for something, and I was talking to my coworkers, and we was talking about like COVID stuff and kids this, kids that, and I don't remember how we got on the subject, but I was like, I thought the only thing I had to worry about was teaching my daughter something, but now it's like, because she's at the age where she can open the door. So now I got to lock the door when I use the bathroom because she walked in on me peeing one time, and she was at her potty and trying to stand up and pee. So that was a whole like learning conversation because she got mad that she like, I want to pee like this. And I'm like, you can't.
Yeah.
So like, it was just funny. But now we were talking about that transgender bill to where they were trying to block transgender, I believe, males that are going to females from participating in sports because it's not fair. You know, like if you are a male and you turn into a female, you still have your male athleticism, abilities and stuff. It shouldn't be that you can participate in a female sport because you're taking scholarships away from natural females, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, damn, I thought I only had to teach my daughter about this stuff. But now the new day and age we live in, it's a whole bunch of different shit now we have to be prepared for. Like, what happens if your kid wants to, you know, and this is not knocking anybody, you do what you want to do, but what happens if your kid, like, is a boy, I want to be a girl, or vice versa? Or, you know, they want to date the same sex. Like, how do you really, how do you even, you know, approach that and teach them about that stuff? Because our parents didn't have to deal with it on such a mass scale. It was something that was still, I ain't gonna say frowned upon. It was known people were homosexual or lesbian, whatever the case may be, but it wasn't something that was so widely open to where now you got people changing sex. And it was just weird, not weird, but it was just like, I came to like a realization, like, damn, I'm really gonna have to explain to my daughter how this stuff works. I don't want to do it the wrong way. I don't want to confuse her. So how do I do it? Yeah. And that's where, you know, like my perception is different from hers because like I'm an adult. What happens when she says, oh, I don't want to be this religion, I want to be that religion, and somebody disagrees? Like, how do I teach her those things?
That's the toughest. And that's crazy that you mentioned that because that's the toughest thing for me because like, I ain't gonna say I grew up in the church, but it was my mom used to always take us to church with her. Then it got to a certain point to where like when we was old enough to not go, me and my brother just ain't go. Like, I don't want to. I'm different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We are different. We grew up in a different era, so we're not like our parents' era was like forcing kids to go, or you know what I'm saying, bringing them along and shit. Like, I don't want to force anything on my kids. If they want it, I want them to want it for themselves, and then I'm going to stand behind them 10 toes down and support them.
That's how my mom was in a certain way.
I don't want to.
She never forced me to go
because my son play t-ball now, but it's like it's hard for me to like put him in sports or force sports on him because at the end of the day he just want to be a kid.
Yeah, if he don't want to play it, it's no point in forcing him because he's not going to take it serious.
You get what I'm saying? And like, you don't. To me, you don't have to put your kids in a sport from a young age. If it's for them, it's for them. Yeah. They gonna find it. If you raw, you raw. You know how many athletes ain't never touched a football or a basketball until high school and end up getting drafted, end up being a top prospect.
Joel Embiid. Now that you talk about it, Joel Embiid didn't start playing basketball until he was 16. Man, that was not even 10 years ago, and he's an MVP candidate in the NBA. Granted, he's 7 foot tall, but at the same time, you still got to be coordinated and know what you're doing. Yeah. Just because you taught him, you're going to be good.
And that's the biggest thing for me, trying to, you know what I'm saying, navigate this parenting, you know what I'm saying, make sure my perception of parenting is open and not closed-minded. Yeah. Because there's different ways to parent.
Yeah, because
it's a whole bunch of different ways.
Being closed-minded, I'm sure there's many examples, like when you tell a kid no, they're going to do it anyway. So like, when they start dating, you know, like if you hate a dude she just gonna like him more. Even if he an asshole, you gotta let her find out, because if you don't like him, she want to like him. It's like the opposite,
because they want to see for themselves why you don't like them.
And then when they find out, it's too late.
That's natural though. That's natural laws of attraction. Like that's just
they say
what comes with it. They do though. They definitely do. Opposites do attract. Curiosity definitely is a big factor in stuff, because I remember there's a lot of stuff my mom used to be like she didn't do, and why we do this, that, and the third. And my mama grew up in the same type of environment we did. You know, I think they from Ponce de Leon, Robles Park area, but it's just different. Like, we grew up in different eras, man, and it's just like that curiosity is what killed the cat. Luckily, you know what I'm saying, knock on wood, that I ain't, you know what I'm saying, go down them roads, but them roads were enticing. The wrong thing is enticing.
It's even, and not to jump back to episode 1, but look at social media. That shit is a drug, bro. It'll make you do some crazy stuff for some likes and some follows just to, that's the new thing to do. Like, that's the new thing. Like, it's just like, whatever I can do for this attention, no matter how bad it's going to be after I get it, my 15 seconds of fame means more to me than anything. Yeah, and that's what I want to teach my kids, because it wasn't, for me, it wasn't so much of getting people
I'm doing stuff for people to like me. I want to be respected. That's my thing. I want to be respected. I want to be looked at in a light to where, like, okay, at the end of the day, you can say this, that, and the third, but at the end of the day, I got your respect. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's what, for my kids, that's what I want to teach them. It ain't about people liking you. It's about people respecting you. You know what I'm saying?
You heard what Denzel said in Fences.
It ain't about the people liking you. It's about them doing right by you. And by them doing right by me, means that they have a certain level of respect
he said,
for
you think so-and-so give me my money every week because he like me? No, because he owe me, you know.
And he respect me and how I do and what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be a dude that you don't even... It's crazy because you can have people around you or associates that you don't even like, but you respect them because of how they move, how they take care of their household, or how they handle their business, or how they carry themselves. I don't gotta like you.
That's just like business.
I respect you.
Like you work, you might know somebody who's a successful business person. You want to be successful too, but personally, you might not agree with all the stuff they do. But when it comes to that business stuff, you just gotta hand it to them. They know what they're doing. But I got a weird question for you.
Go ahead.
What would you have any of your kids asked you where babies come from yet?
I can't. They probably did. Rocky probably did. I don't remember. I remember when Rocky singing her brother's pee-pees. He was like, oh, look at her. She was talking to her mama. Her mama was explaining to her that she a girl, they a boy. They don't have the same pee-pee and everything. That junk used to be so funny to me, dog. Because her mama don't call them pee-pees. She call them weenuses.
Weenuses.
Yeah. Get them look at your little weenus.
Oh my goodness.
Weenus.
Well, I don't know how I will ever have that conversation, bro. I think I'm gonna leave that. I can't just say I'll leave it up to my wife because obviously she got to have a male perspective too. But I got 2 girls, bro.
Yeah, you done for.
I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do.
You done for. I got 1 girl, and I feel just as much pressure raising that girl than I do my 3 boys. Yeah. It's the same. You know what I'm saying? Because I know. My boys, granted, I feel like they're gonna be easier, but that girl gonna be harder because of the fact that
some people say raising boys is harder.
No, I don't think it. I think that's gonna be easy because I could teach them stuff. Like it's dudes ain't.
I feel like we
in tune with their feelings. You know what I'm saying, like that. But
we're not as emotional.
I know I'm raising my daughter to go out there and be let down. Yeah, just like I'm raising my sons to go out there and be let down. But my daughter might be let down. She might feel it more. That's their lane. Yeah, you get what I'm. That's their lane. Trial and error is their lane. You get what I'm saying. So it's like I know I'm out here like raising my daughter to go out there.
Shit. Speaking about that, like I be talking to my wife all the time, and I'll be just joking with her. But I be like, man, you lucky you found me because you was dating some bum ass dudes before, and like I always be messing with her about it because I'm like. She she passed her little state exam. She got a little raise at work, and now I'm like, you welcome. I ain't gonna brag, but you welcome. Because if it wasn't for me, you still be at blah blah blah. Yeah. Not like she didn't, help me, raise my game a little bit too. But it's just funny, like how you said, you raise them to be let down. Think about all those trial and errors that our kids gonna have to go through before they find somebody that's worth their time. Like, how do you
something that's worth their time?
That too, when it comes to even a career or whatever stuff like that. But do you remember anybody ever having a conversation with you about how to go about choosing a spouse? Because I don't. I ain't gonna lie.
No, nobody
ever broke that down.
I just
my mom told me
what
I
seen on TV. It was like, okay, we supposed to have women who look like that.
Yep. My mom told me be careful who you pick because you might have to choose from X, Y, Z. That was it. That's the only thing I remember her saying about women or selecting girls or whatever the case may be. But like, I think I'm gonna try to be as descriptive and educational as possible when it comes to that kind of subject matter with my kids because, as a dad, you would want your daughter to be treated how you treat your wife or their mother and treat them. But every dude ain't like that. Everybody different. And it got to be what works for them because you could not like the dude, but if he treat her right, then what you gonna do? Yeah. Like he could be like in your standards, the worst person in the world. But if he taking care of home, doing what he got to do, then like, you really don't have no leg to stand on. And if it was a situation like that, I doubt that I wouldn't like the person. But it's a dude and it's my daughter. I'm never gonna like him, no matter what.
Right. And that's the thing. Like I ain't gonna never. Man, having girls is for the birds, boy. If I could goddamn control what I had.
They always.
And this crazy thing is, I wanted a girl first. I definitely wanted a girl first, and I got it. And it's just.
I love my baby, but I thought it was a boy the whole time. But the day my wife told me she was pregnant, I was like, I know it's a girl. She was like, how you know? I was like, I just know it's a girl. Sure enough. I swear I thought the second one was a boy though.
Yeah.
I picked the name out and I was buying neutral colors. I'm like, it's a boy. That lady called me with the little test results. Man, I hung up in her face. I was so hot, dog. I was like, all right, man, whatever. Luckily, I already got a bunch of pink stuff, so I don't got to worry about buying nothing different. But I don't know if I'm ever going to be ready to have those kind of conversations. But obviously, we have to have them. But, like, your kids know about Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny, like, stuff like that. Like,
they probably
I'm,
know it's fake, but at the end of the day, they still think it's real too.
Asshole,
so
like,
I mean, they know. Like,
ain't no Easter Bunny, ain't no Tooth Fairy, ain't no none of that. Daddy and mommy bought you that. My wife hate when I do that because I don't want to ruin her childhood. But back to my original purpose of this whole topic, like, when do you tell your kids the truth? Because I knew it wasn't no Santa Claus after maybe I was like 5 or 6. Like, I just, for whatever reason, I only remember one Christmas where I woke up early and tried to go see if Santa Claus brought me something.
I don't know.
Left cookies out.
I remember believing,
and that's
in
when I was
Santa
living
Claus.
in New York. That was the only time.
After that, I remember believing in Santa Claus. I asked my mama for a bike. Guess what? That bike was there. My mama ain't never say nothing about no Santa Claus and none of that.
But I mean, bro, my mom used to take me to like the mall to sit on this dude lap and do all this.
Yeah. I used to.
And I'm like, bro,
take them pictures when I was young, and I think that's more so for the parents to, you know what I'm saying, have memories to dwell on.
I just don't like fake shit, bro. That's just me. Like, ain't no way I'm finna tell my daughter or my kids that I worked all year to buy you stuff and give credit to some white dude. I just can't do it. That's how I look at it.
I mean,
and I know that's like against the norm, but whatever. That's just my opinion on it.
Hey, that's how you see life. Ain't nothing wrong with how you see it. That's just
my rose-colored glasses came off a long time ago, boy. That rainbow unicorn shit been out the window since I was in middle school.
That shit been out the window for me, boy. Sunshine, rainbows, lollipops, all that shit.
I remember, bro. I could tell you some stories about shit I done grew up watching and seeing.
Bro, it's crazy because I just want my kids to be kids. So, I mean, we tell them that they ain't real, but if they want to sit here and say they real,
it is, yeah. I'm not going to make them, like get in trouble.
Because, you know, Taj called himself Spider-Man, and the day he was like, Spider-Man fake. And I'm like, uh-oh. Okay, so what you going to like now? Like, you know what I'm saying?
My daughter told me that she's Spider-Man and I'm the Hulk. So, when she tell me to be the Hulk, she want me to smash stuff. So, I just started smashing on the bed. Yeah. It's cute when they're young, but, like,
they gonna grow up. Eventually, they gonna grow up into
I don't want it to
reality.
rush. But back to our not wanting our kids to have, I ain't gonna say suffer the childhood that we suffer, because I feel like our childhood was a very good learning experience to put us in the position we are now. But our kids not gonna experience that, so their childhood might extend.
So now we gotta, but that's
their childhood gonna extend.
Now we gotta be more creative, in a way to teach them or to give them tough lessons within their privileged
because unfortunately lifestyle. That word again, say it again, repeat them back. Our kids gonna be privileged. Like they gonna grow up with their own rooms. Right, they gonna grow up in a house with a backyard. Lifestyle. They gonna be able to go to the pool and learn how to swim early on. Like they gonna do stuff that we wasn't afforded the opportunity to do because of our circumstances. Yeah. But it's like if you want them to have that good childhood, it's a give and take. You got to kind of blend it because like. I grew up fast. You grew up fast. Like I didn't do kid stuff after maybe elementary school.
I was doing adult shit in elementary school. Bruh,
like I was walking around pushing the lawnmower in 6th grade, cutting grass to get some
extra money. If you can count
money.
like all the referrals I got from like middle school or from elementary school, from like 3rd grade all the way up to like my senior year.
I almost got expelled.
Well, you know how many times I've been, bruh. I done did full bids by 4-5 calendars in ISS, boy. About a whole nother 3 in out of school suspension. Like, bruh, every other day my mama was up there, dog. I done whooped somebody.
The teacher said I looked at him
mean. Talked to the teacher, bruh. I was retarded, boy. I'm talking about, you remember in high school where we couldn't have phones, so they talking about taking your phones and shit. My mom already told me first quarter they take your phone. I'm not coming to get it. Teacher, hey, give me your phone.
Nope.
You gonna pay the bill? No. Go to the office, miss. No, don't worry, I live there.
I'm not giving.
They know my name up there.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. I'm easily taking 5 days suspension.
Bruh, they talk. That's the craziest part ever. Like they was taking our phones, and now you could go and see a whole Snapchat.
Do you see what they wear in school?
Dress code
is
not a thing no more. Okay. Again,
I'm just like, bro,
I got 2 daughters, bro. You only got to deal with this one time. You got one.
My daughter ain't wearing none of that shit.
Bro, I got 2 daughters.
Yeah,
bro.
Boy, you see what they be wearing out here in these streets.
Before COVID, before everybody was working from home, I used to drive a route to get to my office, and I would pass the high school I went to. Bro, the like I'm talking about these girls, like they going to the club and they going to school. I just can't imagine a parent letting their kid go outside like that. And I get, let them be expressive and stuff. But to me, it's a little excessive in some of the things. Like, and like you said, this is just what we see on TV. Like, anybody can turn to BET, MTV, or VH1 and see like a Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Bad Girls Club kind of show or whatever network that come on, Bravo or whatnot, and see how women dress and, they see what guys like or give attention to, and they feel like that's how it should be. Or that's how they're supposed to dress at school. But it's like, bruh, it's a lot of perverted minds out there. That's working in child welfare scares me the most because I see a lot of shit that these young women and young men go through too, like with the human trafficking stuff. It's crazy, dog. Like,
I'm a perv when it comes to my wife.
That's acceptable. That's your wife. You can be a perv with your wife. Like, that's cool.
That's how dudes gonna look at your goddamn
that's
daughter.
That's the part that makes me so crazy, dog. It's like, I don't want to ever like be overparent to where my kid can't do anything, but at the same time, like, I just know I'm gonna be there.
It's crazy because basically life is the wolf. You're basically at some point in time you got to give your daughter to the wolves.
I ain't giving my daughter to Jon Snow. But Jon Snow was cool.
Jon Snow is the realest one out there. Yeah. Jon Snow.
Hey, for y'all who don't know, I just started watching Game of Thrones, so now I'm hooked on it. So every Game of Thrones reference I can think of, it be popping in my head.
But it's literally for both of them, man. At some point in time, you got to let your sons and your daughters go out there and really experience life. Because if you baby these kids, and then they get out there in the real world and get knocked the fuck. That's where homeless people come from, drug addicts and all that. That's where that shit come from. Being babied, not knowing, understanding how to
you can even
accept life or how to deal with it or roll with the punches. They get knocked down.
You know the best example for that? Athletes that are coddled. Yeah. Like they think that they can never be told no, and when they don't make it somewhere,
or they think they're gonna be in the league forever and burning through. I'm gonna be in the league forever, burning through their little $2 million. Every year or whatever whatever their contract paid out, they burning through it because they thinking that, okay, next year, but I ain't gonna be cut. I'm balling. I'm doing this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that you untouchable, invincible.
It's never that.
And you know what I'm saying? You gotta learn, man. I had some times at Cookman, man. My lights was off for like a whole month. I'm still out there trapping, taking cold showers, walking from Nova Glen all the way to Cookman, having extra clothes and shoes in my backpack. Take that shit off, shower in the locker room, put my shit on, and like it ain't nothing.
My junior year, summer before senior year, I was working at the Save-A-Lot. You know that Save-A-Lot down street in Cookman, right?
Yeah.
I used to work there. I lived in what's the name of that apartment on Beach Street?
On Beach Street?
Yeah. It was right before the bridge.
Bro, I forgot.
I can't remember them. It was like the whole. It was
Marina
like
Vista.
Yeah, Marina Vista. That's where I live.
Marina Vista. Yeah.
Bro, my car got repoed. I had to walk from Marina Vista all the way to Save-A-Lot every day the whole summer, bro. Every day.
You let them people have your car?
Nah. See, I slipped up. This is how I knew. This is how I learned my hard lesson about credit cards. I didn't know they could track your address when you use a credit card. So like, I'm in college. I need a credit card. I got to get books or whatever. I got a job, trying to understand how they work. It's probably, 19, 20 at the time. I used to get all my mail back home in Tampa. But this one time I was like, I need my car. I'm going to have it sent here. Had it sent there. I didn't realize when you update the address, they can find it.
Yeah.
Something told me not to go and use this car for nothing, but I was free. I got a class early. I was like, whatever. Just came playing basketball. And for whatever reason, I wanted something to eat, and I ain't had no cash. So I'm gonna just use my card. I get paid Friday, whatever. Slid my card. The next day, I'm like, fuck it. Ain't nobody know I live here. Like all my roommate gone back to Georgia. Everybody who be at school, they gone. So I'm like, what the hell? Open the door. Big ass tow truck downstairs. He's like, yeah, man, we're here to get the car. Let you get your stuff if you give us the keys. I'm like, fuck. All right. Bro, that was the scariest, the weirdest, scariest experience ever. Cause like I got to go to work in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I just got dressed and started walking. That's all I could do. And that week, bro, I had shift 12 in the afternoon to 10 at night. So I had to walk there in the sun and then walk back. Bro, I had to walk through the hood at night, bro. I was so scared.
Yeah, you ain't had no fire.
All I had was my little box cutter. I had it fit in my pocket.
You're gonna have to cut something up.
But man, that was That was a learning experience for my ass, boy. I tell you that.
Them the type of experiences I don't want my kids to go through. I mean, them experiences gonna build character. Yeah. But we just as parents got to be creative and you know what I'm saying, give them something that's gonna emulate that.
When did you get your first savings account or a checking account?
Oh, I already had a checking account. My first savings account.
Yeah, like bank account. Period. You was a teenager or in college?
I had a bank account in college.
Okay.
I had a checking account. Yeah. I didn't get my first, like, both a checking and a savings when I joined the military.
Check me out, though. My daughter 3, she got a bank account with money in it. Like, that, like, I don't even know if my mom even thought that.
Yeah.
Or even had the opportunity to do it. So, like, just simple stuff like that.
My mama had one for me. We actually did have debit cards where she put money on. But so we went to blowing money so much. She was like, hey, y'all gonna have to work. Yeah. It was nothing for me. I was 15, went straight to goddamn McDonald's. Yeah. And my mama had said, I had asked the people, can I work the night shift? So my mama had to come in there and confirm that I could, you know what I'm saying, work the night shift. Age or whatever. So when I got out of school, I was working from when I got out to 12 a.m. She was like, as long as you can catch the bus in the morning and go to school, I don't care. I worked from
4 to 2 in the morning, Friday and Saturday.
I was trapping at McDonald's, flipping them fries.
I was at Jug, boy. I hated that job, but it came in clutch though.
But I had my own money. Yeah. I had Jordans. I had whatever I wanted.
I had a car in high school.
I'm breaking Metro phones, going straight to Metro. Hey, I need another phone. Oh, $450. It's nothing.
I remember when Metro came out, but that was at Lick. That's when I had that Razor phone, flip phone. I want one of those.
I used to break one of them bitches every week. Go straight to Metro and buy another one.
The best part about that phone is hanging up because you can
snap that bit,
and they hear it too.
Mm-hmm. And that, bruh, I ran through so much. And if anything, man, parents need to teach their kids financial literacy. Because if I had somebody teach me about money, I probably wouldn't even had to go to college. I probably wouldn't even had to endure half the shit I had to endure in my life. Because I'm 15 years old making like $600 a damn week at McDonald's or every 2 weeks at McDonald's. I ain't got no bills.
You just blowing it
though. And this like what?
Bro, think of you know where that come from?
99.
Yeah,
2000 because I graduated in I graduated in 08, so this is like 2002, 2003.
Yeah. So think about this though. That comes from every time you see somebody with something you want, you can't get or blah blah blah. It stay up here. Yeah. Because even now, you got money, you work. I'm buying what I want. I'm not going to tell myself no.
And that's why, because I've been without it for so long that I feel like I deserve it.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I've been breaking bread for everybody. Mm-hmm. I deserve it. Like, bro.
I agree 100%. Financial literacy is something that, in our community and as a whole, like, even with, teaching your kids about stock market stuff or life insurance. Like, I was talking to my homeboys the other day, Saturday, matter of fact, and I don't know how we got on this topic, but we was talking about like death or, you know, like our parents getting older, stuff like that. And I was like, how many people that look like us in our communities, grandparents or parents, got life insurance? Mm. And I think maybe one person, it's 5 of us, right? 5 of us talking. One person was like, yeah, I know my mom got blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, think about that. Other races, other cultures, other, you know, people, when they grandparents or parents get old, they got 2 or 3 siblings. They take $1 million policy out and they split it till the person died and they break down that $1 million. That's generational wealth. Like, they do it all the time. They take out whole life insurance policies, and every 5 years they take money out of it and invest it in something else. Like, that's stuff that we don't get taught, or we are never around an arena of people who know about that stuff to teach us. And it's not to say that we can't learn it if we go research it, because obviously I'm talking about it, but like,
I feel like certain shit in the black culture, culture don't want to learn shit if it ain't bringing about that quick money.
That's the thing. That microwave mentality is like, we don't look at the long play.
They don't want the process.
We look at the long play.
That fast shit.
There was something that I learned. You know who Myron Rolle is?
Yeah.
Well, you're Florida State. Okay.
3, safety.
He had a
doctor.
He used to have a shout out to Myron Rolle though. That man is amazing. But he used to do a week camp at Camp Blanding up in Stark for foster care kids. And I got to go be a counselor like 2-3 times. And he told the kids something every year. Never let your circumstances define your outcomes. Mm-hmm. Because we all start being born. Nobody chooses where they're born. Nobody gets to pick their parents. but we all got the same 24-hour, same
and
opportunity.
that's the thing. Why people be like, "Oh, well, we ain't had the same." We all had the same opportunities. Don't matter what school you went to. We all had to go.
It's what you
to
get out
elementary
of it.
school, middle school, and high school. So whatever you decided to do there, you decided to do. But nobody we had the same opportunity. We had the same availability to the libraries. It's a whole library on goddamn MLK and 22nd. Right off MLK and Hillsborough. You feel me? That they just rebuilt. But there's libraries in the hood. You feel me? Whether your mama took you.
22nd and MLK.
If your mama took you, okay. But if she didn't take you, you still could have walked. You walk your ass to the Boys and Girls Club to play.
Play basketball.
You feel me? Why couldn't you not walk your ass to the library to learn how to read?
I think they should. They need to
I feel like the biggest crutch for black people is excuses.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. We use them so much, bro. Like
everybody knows if you got a grandma or a parent who's go to church or into a religion or whatnot. Everybody knows the famous words, "My people perish for lack of knowledge." And the famous thing is, you want to hide something from a black person, put it in the book because we don't like to read.
Them excuses, boy, I don't like to read. Excuses are tools of the incompetent used to build monuments of nothingness.
Damn, that was a bar. I like that.
Just saying, bro. You gotta get right, bro. You gotta want it for yourself. Can't nobody want it for you.
Yeah.
You gotta want it for yourself. And that's the only, for me, I mean, I know it's off topic a little bit, but for me, the only way the black culture gonna succeed is if we want it for ourselves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not waiting for quote unquote the white man to give it to us.
Trust me. You know, I'm about to change my name to Documentary Poppy because I be watching docs all day, and I ain't gonna talk about this forever. But it's a doc on HBO Max called "Exterminate All the Brutes," and it gets into it's 4-part doc, about an hour each episode. It gets into, and I'm assuming they're gonna do a part 2. I don't know yet, but it gets into like the origins of stuff and how European settlers come to this country, and you know how they acquired. No, let me use the right term. How they stole land from the natives, and the term Indian is actually incorrect because they weren't in the Indies; they were in North America, and the people who we know or call Indians are just Native Americans. And the term or the word, if I'm not mistaken, the word America came from a European like map person. I forget the term for it. I gotta do some more notes on it, but I really want to talk about this doc. Maybe we'll talk about it another episode.
I'm gonna watch it
just because it like the whole Pocahontas story. Like, bruh, Disney showed it to us in a way that made it look like a love story. That was not what that was.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't what that was,
bruh. Pocahontas was 13. So you telling me John Smith a grown? I guess that's normal for that time, but you come over here from somewhere else. You tell me, I want you to feed, clothe, and give my people work on your land, or we gonna kill you. And I'm supposed to just be like, okay.
It wasn't no laws back then. Bruh. Laws was whatever they dictated them to be.
All I know is, granted, I'm a supporter of the Second Amendment. I believe everybody should have the right to protect themselves. If they never invented guns, and it goes into that how they created guns and stuff, this country would not be how it is. Because
of course,
the natives wasn't giving up their stuff, bro. These people just took everything.
But that's how life works. That's guess what?
Yeah, legit.
I'm finna break some shit down to you, right? That's how life works. Taking some shit, right? So it's a person at a job, working a position, been there for years, right? Been there for years. You done went to school, 4-year degree. You get out of there, you come and apply for that same position, and you get it. You just took that shit.
That's different, though.
No, but you just took it. Like,
that's way different.
It ain't. It's the same, but
it's the same, but it's different. I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? You came and you took that shit. You might ain't strong arm it,
yeah,
but in a sense,
it's almost the same.
You took it,
but
now that person gotta go,
yeah,
and look for other work somewhere else if it ain't a position there for the both of y'all. Now that person done got fired because somebody better came in. Just it ain't no different from sports. When people coming in, they take your position, bro. Like it just. Better than you, whether they strong arm that shit.
I get that in a sense.
Shit get took all the time. But the way they did it, they exterminated some shit.
They killed everybody.
It was like really like life or death. Like, look, if you don't give me your 13-year-old daughter,
how you gonna tell me I'm coming over here claiming your land you already live on? You already have a whole village, town, whatever, but I'm gonna put you in this one little spot, and if you say no, I'm just gonna kill you and take it. Like, that's fucked up to me.
It's some real shit. Like, look, bitch, at the end of the day, it's fucked up, but it's
somebody
some real
come in
shit
your
because
house
it's the expansion of my people. It's to solidify my legacy, the life of my people.
Bro, if somebody walk in your house right now and tell you we about to move in, you gotta go. But he coming to kill you. I got
the means to defend myself.
Yeah, that's a
they didn't have the means to defend themselves. Did.
It just wasn't working.
Because guess what? You only do what was done unto you. So somebody probably came to them, the Europeans.
That's what I want to
tried to take that shit, and it was like, hold on, bro.
My famous question is always, I want a time machine to see who started what, bro.
Right.
Like, I want to just go. I don't even want to change. Obviously, changing it would mess up everything, but who knows? That might be something good. I'm just talking, in my crazy brain. I want to go back in time and see who started what. Like, who started this? Like, why is everything the way it is? Well, who started racism? Like, how did racism start? Like, I posted this on our Twitter page.
Bro, my mind be blowed. Boy, I don't smoke marijuana, I don't do none of that shit but drink liquor. But I sit here and think, like, who knew to call RR or SSTTU?
I mean, obviously it comes from
who
some dialect
to say
somewhere.
The word RAM spelled ram.
Who translated what? Like,
come on, bro. Like,
it might be in a book somewhere. We were talking about libraries. Maybe we need to research it. But
I don't know, man. That shit's just crazy. Because I'm talking about, because if we came from cavemen, all this type shit, Homo sapiens, all this, that mean it was a motherfucker by himself just sitting there. How did he know he was talking?
Bro, it's so many.
You get how did he know he was talking?
There's so many.
How did he even know he was thinking?
Then that goes into maybe aliens came and gave him these ideas.
Because we know we're thinking. We know we're thinking, but somebody who
the first person that did
mentally challenged, they don't even
know
that they're thinking.
It's just crazy, man. But anyway, the doc is very good. It's kind of wordy. It's very informative, so you got to pay attention to it. But if you get a chance, if you got HBO Max, please watch it. It's a good documentary. If you like history, if you like that kind of stuff. I'm just getting old, so it's interesting to me. But and that's what the premise of my whole conversation was. Like, how am I like explain this to my daughter when she gets older, or my kids? Like, when they go to school, and that's why I wish JJ was here. Hopefully he's back next week.
For real.
Because, he a history teacher, so he always give it to me how he give it to his kids in class. But, like, if your kid getting taught something wrong, how do you combat that? Obviously, you can homeschool them, but is that always the answer? Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll get into it next week. We'll see what happens, man. But for the most part,
real perception.
It's just a crazy world. Yeah.
Man. Look, man, parents, you got to do your best, man. If you a parent and you ain't out that bitch giving 110%, fuck 110%. If you ain't out that 200. Bitch giving everything you got, I'm talking about, bitch, what the fuck is you doing? You don't really love your parents. You out here giving your kids the bare minimum. Yeah. Bitch, you ain't doing shit for your kids. That's just me. That's how I feel personally. You out here giving your kids the bare minimum, you ain't doing shit for your kids. You don't love your kids like you say you love them.
Desmond posted something on Instagram, and he was like, should parents be responsible for providing their kids with college education, like money for college? And I'm like, that should be a duh, right?
That's a duh.
But some people don't think like that. Some people like, you gotta get a scholarship because I can't afford it. Because he posted like a thing,
but why can't you afford it?
That was showing 18 years. If you put up $200 a month, that'll be equivalent to their college tuition by the time they're 18. Mm-hmm. So it was interesting because, like, I'm sure we do stupid shit with $200 every month. Mm-hmm. So, like, if you don't have a Florida prepaid plan or something for your kid to go to school, what's the backup if they can't get a scholarship? Because if you know, like we know, when you go to school, if you don't have a scholarship, you got to take out loans. And that's a setback in itself.
I had to pay them motherfuckers $980 something to get my damn degree. It was like, oh, you owe a balance of $980 something.
Right, they was holding people degrees for library books. I remember that.
My wife, the fucking MVP, boy, she had fucked around and dropped that $980 on me.
Hey, boy.
Shout out to Night Vision Photography.
Yeah, man.
On 6, yeah.
I don't got nothing else. I don't think we missed nothing.
I ain't got nothing, man. Look, I do got something, man. That? Raise your fucking kids the right way. Punk ass. Put some sense into these motherfuckers and stop. Black people, stop condoning that fucking ignorance.
Yeah.
Stop condoning that shit. Stop fucking letting your kid. I understand it's the culture and shit, but man, stop letting your fucking 5-6-year-old wear fucking a whole fucking 20 wall, that dumb shit. Like, Bruh, come on, bro. Like it's
The
some shit.
The
bro.
catch-22 in that is we can do it, but we get mad when other people
You
criticize
feel
it
me?
or something. So like, you got to pick a side.
You are, but my thing is, you know the type playing field we on. You know how these people look at us.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna
Why
give
feed
you
into
any.
it?
Right, I'm not gonna give you any more ammunition. You feel me?
But
I
think
know
it's
I
only
can't get a job if I come in here looking like this. So I'm gonna play your game because it's
yeah.
not mine. I don't own it. I'm not sitting at the table.
Exactly.
So I gotta play the game the way it needs to be played. So I can get to a position to
do my own
then.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? Enforce how I want to play.
But
the game.
you know, it's only a select few of us that think that way. And when I say a few, I mean select.
It
black
is
people
1%.
that think like that. It's unfortunate because we see how stuff could be different if we all thought unilaterally on certain issues or moved a certain way. But it's so many people that's quote unquote lost in the shuffle that it's. My wife is very pessimistic when it comes to this. She don't think it'll ever change. Like she like it's too many people who do this.
I ain't gonna say I don't think it ever changed. Obviously, it's changed.
It's been
gradually. It's been a slow pace, but it has changed over the years. I mean, it's gonna change, but to say it's gonna be done away with, never.
No.
Never.
Because
it'll never
be
done away with.
It's almost like
it's part of the culture. It's part of
it's
part of black culture. It's part
us.
of white culture. It's part of America. You know what I'm saying? That shit
is.
It's probably racism over in Canada, Australia. All of that shit is just not on a big scale as it is over here because we can't see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Well, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it, man. Shout out to the Black Chef Eatery, man. My boy Kyle.
Man. I saw you had that food. That looked pretty good.
Yeah, my boy Kyle Luke
down in Ybor, right?
Down in Ybor.
Yeah, I might have to check that out.
I think it's on 7th. It's on Ybor City Food Mart, Black Chef Eatery, man. Go check my boy out, man. My boy Chick-fil-A sandwich. Oh shit, see?
Chick-fil-A sandwich.
My boy chicken sandwich on Chick-fil-A vibes. For real, boy. That Yuppie, I got the band on. You see me, Yuppie.
Some sauce
Yuppie. Yeah, y'all go in there, man. Y'all buy your little Yuppie band. I think it's like $2, but you wear the band in store, you get I think it's 10% off.
Oh, that's what's
10
up.
or 15% off your meal, only in store only. You know what I'm saying? So, man, go check my man out for real. Because if you out there supporting 7th Grove, please support them. Support Chef J Magic. It's a lot of
on 40th, right?
Yeah, in front of 1828.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them out there,
good.
man. His food good. My boy Black Chef Eatery, his food good, and I'm pretty sure when you go there, he'll direct you to a lot of other chefs that are just as good as him, man. So yeah, man, support who support you, support black businesses, support people who are like-minded, because that's the only way we're going to grow as a community. Yeah. Like-mindedness, man. So, yeah, shout out to Black Chef Eatery. Obviously, shout out to Matt Vision Photography, MAC, visionphotography.com, my wife's company. She just posted some pictures she did. Happy birthday, Alexis Cook. You know what I'm saying? And also, congratulations on your journey through Delta Land. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, big ups to Alexis Cook and everybody else I shouted out.
Hey, that's a mouthful. I got one shout out. Obviously, I got two. Shout out to my wife for passing her test. You know,
hey, crybaby ass.
Yeah, for real. Big water bag. So now dinner on you the rest of our life.
Hey.
So my second shout out is to Pharmacy for Life. If y'all don't know what that is, it's if y'all know who the rapper Styles P is.
Put me on. Only reason he probably shouted it out because I called his ass out on Twitter.
It's Styles P got a pharmacy up in New York, and he sells like herbal medicines and topical ointment, stuff like that. So the bundle that I got is called the Anti-C bundle. It's like cancer fighting medicine in the bundle and stuff like that. So I've been taking it for a couple of days. It's helping a little bit. You know, my body get acclimated to it, so it's pretty cool. I might try some other stuff. Like I got some sea moss tablets and elderberry, stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. I've never been a big vitamin taker, so it's new for me. So I'm just trying to see how I feel on this stuff like that. But it's pretty cool. So it's dope just to support black business again. But other than that, man, I think that's it. Shout out to all of our support, all of our followers. If you don't follow us already, follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. All podcast platforms.
Yeah.
Y'all know the day and time. Every Wednesday 7 a.m. Kicking that content in the classroom. As always, I'm Chris.
Young Ba, you know what I'm
On the
saying? Pray for my
keyboards.
boy JJ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He'll be back
Always,
soon.
always. And until next time, we are Sophisticated Ignorance. Peace.
Oh,